Okay, friend, in this video, we'll discuss about types of chemical bonding, okay? We do have three types of chemical bonding. We have, we have three types of chemical bonding. Chemical bonding. One, ionic bond, ionic bonding. Two, covalent bond, and three, metallic bond. Metallic bonding. Metallic bonding. Now let us discuss each bond one by one. First, let us see something about ionic bond. Ionic bond. Ionic bond. Or we can say ionic bonding. It is the bond which forms between two nonmetals. It is a chemical compound or a bond. It is a bond. Is a bond which formed between metal and non-metals. Okay, metal between metal atom and non-metal atom uh, by transferring electron from metal to non-metal. By transferring electron from metal atom from metal atom to non-metal atom. Okay. As a result, when electrons transfer from metal atom to non-metal atom, that metal atom becomes positive ion, but the atom that gains electron from metal, that's non-metal, it becomes negative ion. So there will be the creation of two opposite ions. The interaction between these two opposite ions is said to be ionic bond. For example, let us see the formation of sodium chloride between just this compound is formed between sodium atom when sodium metal react with chlorine gas. We can take one atom. It forms sodium chloride compound. It is a kind of ionic compound or ionic. There is ionic bond between the two atoms. This we can illustrate this. Example using this one, okay? As you know, the electron configuration for sodium is 2, 8, and 1. 2, 8, and 1. But the electron configuration for chlorine is 2, 8, 7. Now, this electron transfers to this one, and the valence electron of chlorine is 7, but after it gains one electron from sodium atom, it becomes 8. Therefore, sodium atom becomes 8 to 8. No, it is plus because it releases one electron. And chlorine becomes 2, 8, 8. And minus because it gains one electron from sodium atom. Therefore, there will be the electrostatic interaction between these opposite ions. Therefore, this is nothing but sodium, and this one is chlorine. So the interaction between these opposite ions is said to be ionic bonding. Ionic bonding. Okay? So ionic bond comes in this way. The next bond type of bonding is covalent bond. Covalent bond. Let us see it. Covalent bond. Two. Okay? Let's change. Can change it. Covalent bonding. It is formed between two nonmetals. It is a bond. We can say it is a bond a bond which formed formed by the interaction of two non-metal atoms. Okay, two non uh, non-metal atoms, non-metal atoms. Just this bond is formed as a result of sharing of electrons. By sharing their electron, okay? Their electron. When electrons are shared together in between the two atoms, the bond is said to be, or the created bond is said to be covalent bond. For example, uh, we can see this one, the formation of chlorine molecule. Chlorine atom can react with itself to produce this molecule, or or chlorine bonded with chlorine. Okay, like this. When this bond is created, there will be sharing of electron between the two chlorine atoms. That means, as you know, the balance of chlorine is 7 when it reacts with itself, as I told you, 7 balances are there also here, and these two electrons share together, okay? This single electron shared with this one, then after it will form like this, okay? There will be shared electron. These electrons are called shared electron, shared electron, shared electron. And they will form this covalent bonding, okay? This covalent bonding. Or we can represent this shared electron like this, okay? Chlorine, yes, we can use this color to indicate the shared electrons. All the other remaining electrons are said to be lone pair of electrons of the molecules. So this bond is created as a result of the sharing of these electrons, okay? Electrons. Mm. Here, there is equal sharing of electrons between the two atoms because they have the same electronegativity value. As a result, the molecule is non-polar, non-polar. Okay, it's non-polar, non-polar, polar, because there is equal sharing of electrons. Okay. Uh, Let us see other examples. For example, if there is a reaction between hydrogen atom with chlorine, then will be the formation of hydrogen chloride molecule. So, in this chemical bond, on this covalent bond, there will be unequal sharing of electron. That means the electronegativity value of chlorine is greater than that of hydrogen atom. So, most of these shared electrons spend their life towards the nucleus of chlorine atom. Therefore, the chlorine atom becomes partially negative, and on the other side, hydrogen atom becomes partially positive, positive charge. So in this case, there will be the creation of two poles, the positive pole in one end and the negative pole in the other end. As a result, this molecule is said to be polar molecule, polar, polar molecule. Or we can say that polar bond, polar covalent bond, polar covalent bond. Okay, polar covalent bond. So in polar covalent bond, there will be an equal sharing of electron between the two atoms. But in case of non-polar molecules, or non-polar bond, there is equal sharing of electron between the atoms. Equal sharing of electron will be there where the electronegativity value of both atoms is the same. If it is identical, there will be equal sharing of electron. If there is slight difference, there will not be equal sharing of electrons between the two atoms. Okay, we can understand the polarity of covalent bond this way. Okay, in this way. The next thing that we can found under covalent bond is coordinate covalent bond. Okay, we have to remember this coordinate covalent bond. We can have other type of covalent bond, which is called coordinate covalent bond. Okay? Coordinate covalent bond. Okay? It is covalent bond because it is formed between two nanometals, but the bond is formed due to donation of both electrons. That is due to for the bond is donated from one side. Okay? It is also uh, formed between two nanometal atoms. Between two nanometal atoms. Okay, nanometal atoms. But both electrons are donated by only one side. Leave one atom. Okay. Yes, one side or one atom. For example, we can see in case of carbon monoxide, there is a reaction between carbon atom with oxygen. Just if oxygen is limited, you can produce carbon monoxide. In this case, we can see carbon covalent bond. Okay, we can see its detailed structure or the structure of covalent bonds here. As you know, carbon has four valence electrons. Okay, but oxygen has six valences. Okay, six valences. Just to form carbon monoxide, each electron shared together. For example, this electron can be shared with this one. Okay, this also shared with this one. Just if you observe oxygen atom, it attains octet rule, therefore it will be stable. But in case of carbon, it's not attain octet rule, it left us two electrons. You can count number of electrons on the oxygen atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oxygen atom is stable now. But carbon atom is not stable. Still there is vacant orbital. So there will be a chance to form another triple bond, okay? Well, that means this oxygen lone pair of electron come here. Yes, this is a. So there will be the formation of another bond. Now we can count the number of electrons around the carbon atom. So just becomes 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Therefore, this bond is said to be coordinate covalent bond because both electrons are comes from one side, that is from oxygen atom. Therefore, it is called coordinate bond. Coordinate covalent. But this one are not coordinate covalent bond because this bond are formed as a result of sharing of electrons between the two atoms. Okay. But in this bond, all electrons are come from oxygen atom. As a result, we call it coordinate covalent bond. Okay. For further explanation, you can comment in my channel and we will see any challenges regarding to these topics. Thank you very much.